I don't even really know what this episode about right now. My bad. What up? This Lord Mav of the Black Moon Pack representing, of course. This ain't no real nigga news right here. This is just another Black Moon Pack entry from Lord Mav because I got some stuff on my mind. Simple. I don't know how long it'll run, but hopefully it do something, you know? So it's just about the Nazis because I always got the Nazis on my mind in some way. And I learned a little bit about the SS soldiers on my own. And you know, it's a lot of comparisons that can be drawn between our country and Nazi Germany, I feel. Particularly with the government's, pardon me, with the government's ability to dictate who somebody's child goes to, you know? Like in this day and age, we'll look back at the SS soldiers as monsters, like, oh, how could you do that? How could you follow him? But if you've ever known somebody in a situation where they're fighting for their child, you know that, you know, if you ever been around the CPS worker or ACS worker, you know that they say things like, oh, I'm just doing my job, you know? So it's kind of hypocritical for us to look at another country, look at the soldiers of a country who were taking them to places that they didn't want to be, you know, killing people, doing unfair things to people, taking people away from their families. We look at that and call the SS soldiers monsters for that. But at the same time, we'll do the same thing over here, not realizing that the soldiers over there, they did that just to feed their families too. And the thing we really got to think about is, if it ever comes to that point over here, as an individual, what would you do? You know? Would you be one of the ones that stands back and, you know, because you never know if somebody's going to try to offend you. Like in the situation of Nazi Germany, you had the Jews, you had the people that were being persecuted, but you had the other people too who had to make the choice between either being a moral person and becoming just like the Jews, or staying away from it, or actively being a part of it, you know? But that means staying away from it means turning a blind eye to a lot of stuff that you see. You know, friends might end up getting taken or whatever the situation is. But, you know, that's what we got to think about, because as it's going right now, a lot of people run down in this country as if just because they have a job, just because it's their job to do something doesn't mean, you know, it means that they have no responsibility or no accountability. It's all just a title, you know? Like a cop will, you know, lock somebody up, and you'll sit there and argue with the man. Like, you'll sit there and argue for hours and hours. Well, not hours, because they're going to lock you up and whatnot, but you could try to sit there and argue, but it doesn't mean anything, because in the cop's mind, he's a cop, and he's here to arrest you because he caught you doing something that's so-called illegal, and you take that up with the judge, which is exactly what they tell you. And when you get to the judge is going to say, these are the rules that we outline. You live in this country, so you agreed to these rules. You broke it, so this is what you get. You know? It's all a process that nobody really thinks about. And for some reason, everybody tries to detach themselves from the process. And I think that's a bad way to run a country, because you got to start realizing the humanity and everything. Everything has changed because of surrounding factors. You know, like I was just watching Monk recently, the show Monk. Shout out to Monk. And it's like, you know, if I shot somebody, right? And then I shot somebody underwater, right? That's two different cases right there. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But basically, surrounding circumstances changes how you're supposed to look at whatever the topic or the subject is, you know? But we don't do that here, because all we do is follow the rules. And that's what I'm saying is eventually going to lead into something much worse than what it is now. All this, you know. No, it's not me. It's just my job. Don't talk to me about it. Yeah, I got some stuff that I done been through. Maybe I'll talk about it later on. We could use this as a real therapy session too. Real nigga news / real nigga therapy or something like that. I don't know. Well, peace, y'all. Lord Mav, Black Moon Pack forever. It's real. Peace.